Alrighty, welcome again. My name is Tad Scritchfield, and we're going to be looking at some Elixir, and specifically this library called Trove that I've been creating. And let me get YouTube chat situated here somehow. And just OBS in general. I don't know what's going on. It's not doing what it was doing yesterday. Ooh, all right. Let's not do that. A little undo. Okay. Whoa. Thought I turned the monitor off. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get started here. I'm just gonna double check screen region. Okay, so hopefully you can hear me okay and audio's a little better than yesterday. So what we did yesterday, we kind of got familiar again with the project. It's been a while since we've touched it, and now we're jumping back in. So we got sorting going, and we added some tests to be sure that the sorting was case sensitive right now. And later on, we'd like to add sorting with transforms. I'm not sure where I added that. I know I wrote that down somewhere. Maybe it didn't make it in. Sort. Ah, well, we forgot to write it down. Well, that's perfectly fine. We'll just write it down right here. Sort with transforms. Okay, anyway, today we are going to be looking at pagination, and I think the first thing to do is just write some tests for that. This is kind of what we want it to look like, and or this actually as well. So yeah, I wrote experiment and find which is better. I'm not quite sure what to do here, so yeah, I think let's just start writing a test and jump in here. Yeah. All right, we're gonna name this test Trove pagination test, and we're just copying from the sort. You're gonna have to rename all this stuff. Okay. Hopefully you cannot hear the background noise of my children banging things in the kitchen. And yeah, let's see here. I think we'll go with a lot of the same data here. But I'd like to, I don't know, maybe this is enough. Let's expand on these and just keep going with the alphabet. I don't know how many is that. I think that's probably enough. So I guess what we want to do, I think we already have some of this like stubbed out, and I think we went over that yesterday. Yeah, so it's literally just commented out. And the options that we, like the names that we set, were limit and offset. So we're basically, that's right. So we have page here, but I think we'll probably go with Offset. I guess offset would be the number of records to offset. But we could do pages, where that would be essentially we just, to get the offset, we go page times limit, I believe. So yeah, I think we should stick with that. That idea. And I'm trying to remember where options is coming from. So we have filters. Oh, that's right. Okay. Great. Okay, so we made this like optional options object, and it's just an atom key list, essentially. Not an atom key list, but a key value list. And I'm gonna see if I can restart the Elixir service somehow. Yeah, restart language server. Hopefully that will give us some IntelliSense here. But essentially what we want to do, we do have the option here to basically do whatever we want, right? So we are in this reduce and we're just grabbing whatever options we want and then applying anything to any like ecto or I don't think, are these repo? These must be ecto things. So ecto query functions. So I think let's start with limit. I think we could probably just keep offset in there and we can, like, if you want it as an option, but we could also do page as well. But I'm not sure. Well, we'd have to decide one is going to have to override the other, basically. So, and I think that would just be a matter of the order that we pass the arguments in, which doesn't seem great. Or we could leave it up to the user and just make sure that we are documenting this. And all of these functions I'm leaving as open, basically. So like, what I mean by that is you could build your own search with Trove, essentially. So you can say search, but then, you know, we have these get available filters. I guess this one is private. But, you know, ideally it could be public. Validating, you know, all these steps that we have, like normalizing, creating the base query, and then applying all these filters, and applying options. You know, you could end up, you know, chaining all of those things together to build your own query. But the idea is that the search function will just do everything for you. So yeah, let's go ahead and try to write a doc here a little bit. I've actually not really written Elixir docs like this too much. We just stick with specs and then like module docs. And it would be actually great to add some documentation here. Yeah, I'm gonna let Copilot fill out some of this. In an ecto module. I guess ecto schema module more specifically. I'm gonna leave that one for now, and then let's go down here and we want apply query options to the search query. Maybe that isn't the best way to say that, but there's a spec. I don't know. I think personally, I think a lot of Elixir documentation isn't very good. So I would like to take some time to like write some better docs that like have more examples and all that stuff. I don't think we should dive into it right now. Partly because it's hard for me to think about it when I'm streaming. So, yeah, we're just gonna jump into the implementation here. And I do want to add that page option. So page, this will, oh, I see. So we want to say, essentially, I don't even know. Yeah, I guess we could just do that. Except we don't want to say offset here. We want to try to grab the limit. So limit needs to be like a required, or I guess it doesn't have to be. So let's see, what are we grabbing off of? Options, right? So within options, we want to grab limit, and if it's there, use it. Otherwise, set some sort of default for the page. So we could say default page size is 10 or something. Doesn't really matter. And maybe we can make this configurable or something like that. Look at that. It's literally listening to me. So yeah, I think keyword is not, what am I doing? We want, I think, list find. Let's see if there's a list get, because that doesn't seem to make any sense to me. But if it's like yeah, key find, that's probably what we want. Would be my guess. Little eye break thing, but we'll skip it for the stream. Let's see, key find, and it will return. It even has a default. That's amazing. Okay, I think this is what we want. So list key find, and we'll pass in options, and we want limit. And if it's not that, then we'll I don't know what to do to make this configurable necessarily. I'll need to look into other packages, like what they do. But I guess for now, what we can do is just define yeah, I'm gonna do pagination default page size like that. And we'll pop that down here. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully it works. So I think like it's literally the tiniest like addition here, but let's go I guess what we could do before this, if we want to go totally like test driven development here, we got a little distracted with our writing of the tests, and my phone is I'm using my phone for my camera, and it's gonna die, but we'll try to keep an eye on the battery. Otherwise I can use my other webcam. So yeah, I think what we want to do here, say pagination. I'm gonna delete all these other tests that are in here. And what is the base test scenario that we want to test? I guess maybe default pages. Like if we put just page, that it will pick up the default and return 10 records. I think 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I expect these to not be in there, possibly. And we'll try to just, I think what we don't want, I don't know, should we sort it? Let's sort it. Let's sort it by last name descending. Oops, that was the wrong thing. We'll say descending, I think. And we want the results. Let's make sure the first one is what we expect, which is 8. I think. Let me put Z's on all these, actually. That will get us going a little faster. Okay. Hopefully nothing broke overnight and we can just run this. Awesome, yeah, and I guess could have assumed it would have been ascending instead. Okay, so there's one test. And let's look at the query it produced here. I don't think that is right. Because I don't see like a where basically, or like the offset or anything like that. So yeah, the next thing that we need to test is that results, the length of results is 10. And yeah, that's not working. Awesome. Oh, duh, because we didn't actually add the pagination here. So we want to say page 1. So that's great that it isn't applied, obviously, when we don't select a page. And we got a comma. All right. Unknown times unknown. Yeah, so I was kind of worried about this. I think the correct syntax might be something like this, but I'm not sure. Bad argument, nil. Interesting. Why? Oh, so it's not even finding the key, and so it's nil. Oh my goodness. Okay. Or because it is nil. let's look at that. So open IEX here. Let's make a list, just an empty list, and we'll pass it to that list key find. And ask for a limit. And do a default of 0. Yeah. Darn it. Okay, I guess the other thing to do here then is say if that is nil, then again we do the default page size. And this is a little operator. I don't know if it's new or not, but we haven't used it too much, or at least I haven't used it too much. But it's kind of like the JavaScript like OR. So if this is nil, then it'll give you this. And that is interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so we do have the correct query here. We're ordering by last name. But why now is the first person Z. Let's try the other way. That doesn't seem right to me. Like if it was working. Oh, you know what? Because we have it needs to be, it's off by 1 deal. So that was correct. And it probably only returned 2 results. So page actually needs to be page -1. And that should not work. Okay, we're missing something here. We need a limit as well. So if we just select page, that is not going to work. Let me think about this. Yeah, I wonder what to do about this. Because basically what we're saying by default page size here instead is default limit. This is, I'm silly this morning, man. Feeling a little dumb, but to be fair, I was up at 4 o'clock this morning. Okay, default limit is 10, and let's change this everywhere. Default limit. And I think what we can do here is basically if we don't set limit, and we can write some tests for this, but if we don't set limit, then we can default to this. Otherwise, let's see. I think we can just do this again. I'm going to expand this out here. So we'll say limit is this. That will be a little bit easier to read. Except we do have the limit function. Let's say let's call this like page limit. Okay. So yeah, I guess this would get double applied. if you said page and limit. So maybe we just need to require you to set a limit if you set page. Or maybe it doesn't matter, because I guess if you set it twice, like the ending query would be like the last one that it read. Which again, order would matter in your list, which kind of sucks. But anyway, let's we're reducing here, so we oh yeah, we did that right. Okay. Okay, let's run the test again. I think that should work. Yep. Limit and offset. Didn't name the test, so let's just say we'll say default page limit. Okay, let's do another one where we do set page limit, and we'll say limit 5. And this should give us a result of 5. That looks right to me. And yeah, so again, like what I was worried about for no reason is like this getting set twice, but it is totally fine. I think, you know, even no matter what order. Oh my goodness, the lack of linting is crazy, man. It's bothering me. Okay, so it does matter. Because why actually? So in here, let's run through the options, right? Like we are hitting limit and we say limit 5, but then we come through here and it should be picking that up. No. Because it's the tuple. So what we should do here instead is say this, and then this we can put like that, and I think that should fix it. Oh bother. Okay. Did not fix it. So let's come in here again. So we're hitting limit, we set the limit, but then we come to page and we come in here, we try to find limit again within the list. And it should find it. Yeah, I guess what we can do here is say list limit, and I'm just gonna grab this out of here. Oops, missed the L. And I'm gonna not return a default, or maybe I'll return a default of like hello or something. And let's do another inspect here, and we'll say ask for page limit. That was a weird way to say that, but here we go. The following were given to interesting. The following arguments were given. Okay, so we got the options list, we got limit, we got hello, and then nil. Pardon me. So what is it expecting here? Non-negative integer. Oh, I guess I didn't read this good enough. So key list, we want position. Receives tuples where the element at position in the tuple matches the given key. Yo, that's crazy. Okay, so this might not be the function that we want. So this is looking at 0 to at 1. Okay, yeah. I mean, this is a great example of, you know, where they could have written something that says, you know, the incorrect position. Okay, so what are we going to use instead? Guess we want... I don't think keyword is going to give us anything. Oh, maybe it might. Let's see. Keyword. Dude, we just want keyword get. I thought it would be that easy. No wonder we're having trouble here. Okay. Yeah. Keyword get. Keyword get. We want that, and this does have a default, so we'll see if we even need that, and it just returns the value. Okay, there we go. Easy. It's like if you just read the docs. All right, great. I want to param order. I just want to write a test for that just to make sure that's covered. And I'll leave a comment here. Ensure that the limit always works with the option. I don't know, something like that. Okay, what's one of the other things that we need to test? We have page limit, and then I guess if we just set offset directly. Yeah, so I think this is where like we want to say and I don't know if we want to put a check in here somewhere. That might be too much, but maybe not. Let's do that. Say if maybe keyword has something for this, like we don't want to get the value, we just want to see if the key is there. Has key, yeah. Keyword has key. Yeah, there we go. No, we don't want that. That was an incorrect completion. So here we want to say page. So if they've both been set, cannot be used together. Please choose one. Yeah, one or the other. That's perfect. Exactly what I was going to say. So now let's just literally copy and paste this up here, and I'll clean that up when we write docs later. Can you still see me? Yep. Phone is still alive. Sweet. All right. Well, let's give that a test. Set page. Set exclusive. Let's say. And I'm not sure how to expect an exception or error. So let's go look that up. Elixir test expect raise error. All right. Raise. How does this work? Probably have to wrap it, would be my guess. Yep. Oh, it's kind of kind of lame to put the message in there. Let's see if it works without putting the message in there. Because then we can just, you know, in the future write whatever we want and to fix the test. Whoa. Oops. Okay, so it sort of worked. So hoping Copilot fix that for me. Not fix it, just autocomplete the message again. I'm gonna change this to 1 just so we don't get it confused with the other tests. Okay, so that is not working. And why is that? I guess we're just saying do here, but really what we want to do is, yeah, another, never trust Copilot, man. We want to say function and then this. And then, yes, that is the problem. No doubt. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, what is the deal there? Like, why could we just say do after that? Like, what makes this test function different where we're saying do after it compared to function? Actually, I don't know the difference. And like, this feels like something like in a macro or what, like built with a macro. Like, this makes sense. Like, obviously you're passing in a function as an argument. This one is like, what, like, why did it work? Like, why did it compile or whatever if this, you know what I mean? Like, why can you write basically, like, I want to call keyword get out of this list and say, like, limit, and then can you just write do and say like hello and then end? Like, what is that? Oh, of course, messed it up. Puts. Like, what is that? I feel really silly asking what that is. I've been using Elixir for a while and I've never encountered that. Dang, I'm gonna have to ask around, or I don't even know what to look up to figure that out. Do, okay, that is so wild, man. All right, anyways, let's try to finish this test suite out before my phone dies. And I didn't even check if the broadcast was going. That'd be crazy. Okay, we're going, we're good. All right, back to this. So what we do want to do is test offset. And I'm gonna just grab one of these. And we do want to say, yeah, offset. So I don't know, let's offset it by, let's just say offset it by 10, and then we can expect the first one to be Z, and there only to be 2 records. And yeah, limit 5 is fine, I think. And we want to say set offset, oop, I break again, offset limit grams. All right, get out of IEX, run the tests. Oh, there's another, okay, the camera has 10% left, so we're good. Okay, that's great. What else could we possibly test with this? I think that's all the scenarios, right? I guess we could say we want to just ensure we return everything. Set page limit. I don't know, let's do it up here, like actually we'll say more than of records. I don't know. Maybe this is silly because like this is kind of just testing that Ecto actually is testing Ecto, not like our code. But I don't know. Let's keep it anyway. I feel like something could still happen. So we'll just say 100, like it's suggested, and we expect 12 records. Boom. Yeah. Dude, all these inserts are like making this so slow. Like it should only be one insert per like test suite. I wonder if we could do we can look in X unit. They have like the setup all. I've tried to use this before and like something was really funky with it and I'm not sure what was going on, but we are grabbing the org off of this, but are we actually using it? No. Okay, let's just delete all of these. Because I think that will be... Because I don't think setup all returns anything. I could be wrong. And we can look at the docs here, but let's see if this works. And that might speed things up. Oh, well, yeah, there you go. Yes, I think this is something that basically what I was running into where like the database like isn't ready or something. Oh man. Excuse me, I thought I had a sneeze there. Oh, it says it can return values to be merged into context. So DB connection cannot find ownership of that. And I wonder, there must be something going on with like the tests, like it not connecting to the database fast enough. Ah, this might be it. Setup. Yeah, so I wonder if we sandbox mode. Interesting. That's all the migrations. Let's, or possibly in config. No. Repo case. I don't know. Let's try this. I don't know if this will do something. It did something. It's a little different. Interesting. So it did insert everything in the setup all, but then the commit failed. And it okay, it expected it to return. Okay. Not sure what this is. Maybe it's setting up the tags block setup. I don't know. We can come back to this at a later time. Yeah. I think for today, we're going to push up the changes. We'll update the README here. Paginated results. I think that's 1.0. I think what I'm gonna do now is test it out with some basic stuff in one of our services. See if I can get a majority of the code replaced. And then if I can't get all the way, then we'll come back and we'll try to add all these modifiers. And I think this, I had an idea for all of this this morning, so I don't think it'll be too hard. I think it'll be quite like the code here, where we're looking for specific keywords that are passed in, you know, through the search terms, which I don't have an example here. Yeah, search terms like this, like just like this. So you could pass in like I like, or I don't know if I have more examples anywhere. But yeah, that you know, so we basically are looking for the keyword, and then, you know, we pass in the appropriate like query function for that specific filter. I think that seems like it should be pretty easy. There'll just be a lot of tests to write. So hopefully that can go a little faster than what we did here, but it's kind of difficult to still, I'm getting back in the swing of things of talking and coding and streaming and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna get this stuff committed, and hopefully I will talk to you next week, and you'll see me next week. So thanks if you watch this, and I will talk to you soon. Later.